Solstice by Mario R. Coelho. Fade in, interior, Freeland House, day. Images of the holiday season appear in montage, the hanging of holly and mistletoe, decorating the tree, lighting candles, setting out dishes with treats, but all very generic and not specific to any religious tradition. The whimsical sounds of holiday carols and music, not relatable to any specific songs, warm the scene. The smiling faces of the family decorating the house. Joan, 40, prim and proper housewife. Alan, 55, graying and fatherly head of the household. Their two blonde children, Balin, 14, and Sandra, 12. Alan sips a hot drink from a mug as he takes a break to stare out the window at the descending sun. A strange expression haunts his face, perhaps melancholy. Joan comes up behind him and hugs him reassuringly. For what cause, we don't yet know. The sounds of the children arguing stir Joan's attention. She goes to mediate. "You always get to light the wishing candle. It's not fair." "Dad said it's my responsibility. You're not old enough." "I'm 12 now, Mom." "Let Balin do it, Sandra. You've got enough to handle on your own, and you know it makes us very proud." "But he gets the candle luck all year, and I don't get any." "You're the one who got to see Diane Riggs get what she deserved after stealing your yearbook idea, so don't..." "Enough. Can't we have one holiday without you two going at it like wild animals? This is supposed to be a joyful, peaceful season. Sandra, come help me in the kitchen, okay?" "Okay." Balin looks smug as he goes to light the candle. Alan has been watching the commotion silently. Joan takes Sandra aside as they go into the kitchen. "I just know it's going to be another bad year." "Now stop that, Sandra. A wishing candle isn't going to make any difference if you hold a bad attitude. I want you to smile really big when Lily arrives with her new friend." Sandra brightens a bit at mention of this. "You think he could be the one?" Maybe. Let's hope so." She giggles with Sandra conspiratorially as they arrange dough on a cookie sheet. Exterior, country road, day. A car drives down the road past a sign leading to the next small town. Interior car, day. In the car, college freshman Lilith, 19, brunette, sits close to her boyfriend Brad, also 19, who's driving. "Looks like we'll be there in 10 minutes. Just in time for dinner. I'm so excited." "Yeah." "Hey, what's wrong?" "Nothing, well, just nervous, I guess. First time meeting your parents, after all." "Don't worry, they're totally chill. My dad's not like the stereotype. He's always respected my decisions." "Still, I really want him to like me. So, why's the big dinner tonight? It's still 4 days till Christmas." "Well, we celebrate a little differently. It's just something our family's always done on the solstice." "The what?" "The solstice, you know, the shortest day of the year." "Oh, right. It's like a Scandinavian tradition?" "You can ask my dad about that. It would make a good icebreaker." Now you've got me all nervous again. Lilith laughs and snuggles up to him. "Come on, relax. This'll be fun. Besides, it could wind up being the most important night of our lives." Brad smiles and laughs nervously, not sure how to take that. Exterior driving car, day. The car drives past the slowly descending sun. Interior, front door, Freeland House, sunset. Alan opens the door, smiling as he looks upon Lilith and Brad. "Happy holiday, Dad." Lilith hugs her father. "Dad, this is Brad." Brad hesitantly moves forward. "Merry Christmas, Mr. Veland." Alan frowns a bit. Still, he works up a smile and shakes Brad's hand. "Thank you, son. Please come into our home." They come inside and take off their coats. Brad surveys the surroundings, admiring the decor, the fire in the hearth, the candles, and the holiday music playing throughout the house. "Wow, you sure have a beautiful home." "Thank you. It's all part of the tradition, after all." He claps a hand warmly onto Brad. Brad smiles back at him, his nervousness diminishing. "Is that Lily I hear?" Joan walks in from the kitchen, Sandra and Balin following silently behind her. Oh, and her friend too. Hello, I'm Joan. She takes his hand warmly, then goes to hug Lilith. The younger children step forward somewhat mechanically, extending their hands and smiling robotically. I'm Balin. I'm Sandra. Brad, nice to meet you. Well, dinner isn't quite ready yet, but I'm sure you'll want to freshen up after your long drive anyway. Sandra, why don't you show Brad where the bathroom is if he needs it? Oh, I don't. But Lilith nods that he should cooperate. Brad follows Sandra down a hallway. Alan takes Joan aside, hugging her. He's better than I could have hoped. He is very handsome and polite. Lilith goes to join them. So, what do you think? You've done well, Lily. Very well. Oh, Dad. She hugs Alan. So does that mean I can put out the wishing candle? Not yet, son. You must wait until the god rises. You should know that, Balin. Come on, help me set the table. Joan takes Balin to the kitchen. Alan and Lilith continue to smile at each other. Exterior, Freeland House, sunset. The sun blazes as it sets behind the house, casting long shadows. Interior, dining room, evening. More candles are lit as the family and Brad sit around the table. Curiously, there are no plates set out. A teak box sits at the center of the table. Lilith motions for Brad to sit at the head of the table. Brad reluctantly obeys. The family shies away from Brad a little, all staring and smiling at him. We want to welcome you again, Brad. I'm sure Lily already has told you we do things a little differently than the average family for the holidays. What's average anyway these days, right, Brad? Joan laughs awkwardly, but Alan stares her down, as if she has breached protocol. Right. We've got some friends in college who celebrate Kwanzaa that was really new for me. Brad just trails off as the family continues to stare at him, resuming their robotic smiles. Alan starts again. As I was saying, before dinner, when we host a guest in our home, it's customary to have him lead us in reciting an old prayer. You won't mind. Brad looks to Lilith. No, not at all. I'd be glad to. Alan opens the box, taking out a set of knives. He lays them out in a geometric arrangement around the box. He then takes out yellowed and brittle papers. He hands them to Lilith. I'll help you. Just repeat what I say. She lays out the papers on the table. Brad glances over, but cannot even make out anything legible in the ancient cryptic letters written out on ink. Me hypnos karanatid, lemnos rapani, helios lunas eclaris. Brad slowly repeats each of the foreign words. Me hypnos karanatid, lemnos rapagni, helios luna cycladis. Lilith smiles and embraces him, kissing him on the cheek. The rest of the family continues to smile inanely. Balin, will you check on the wishing candle? Balin gets up and goes into the next room. Interior living room, evening. By the boughs of the tree, Balin watches the candle. It suddenly brightens. Balin looks at it in amazement. He rushes back into the dining room. Balin runs up to his dad, nodding excitedly. Alan embraces his son, then stands to face Brad again. Well done. I knew our Lily made the right choice, Joan. I forgot about the rolls. It'll just be 10 more minutes. Lily? I still need to freshen up, Mom. Brad, I just want to change into a new dress upstairs. You can make some small talk for a bit, right? Yeah. Alan sidles up to him reassuringly while Lilith and Joan disappear. I know our traditions must seem a little strange, but they go back a long way and we cherish them. Our family likes nothing better than to share our joys with those special to our loved ones. No, it's really interesting. I'd like to learn more. Good. We can talk more about it over some holiday punch. I have a secret recipe. Alan winks at him conspiratorially, clapping a hand on his shoulder. Interior living room, evening. The carols continue in the background as Brad stares at the unusually bright wishing candle. Alan comes into the room with an antique-looking bottle. He pours some dark liquid into a glass, mixing in some punch from a bowl. He hands the glass to Brad as he makes a glass for himself. I hope you like it. It's been in the family for ages. Brad takes a sip. Kind of strong. I'm sure you've had your fill in college. Come on, man to man. Well, maybe. Brad laughs and takes another sip. They settle into their chairs opposite each other. So, where's your family from, Brad? Actually, I don't know. My parents put me up for adoption when I was a baby, and I really never wanted to find out anything about them. The family I was with was abusive, so I got moved around a lot. I've really only been on my own since I left to go to state last year. Alan nods silently. Not a really happy story for Christmas, I know. It's okay. We've all had our hard times. Our family especially this year. But the solstice always gives us hope of new beginnings. Alan raises his glass, tears in his eyes. Brad looks at him, a bit alarmed at the sudden emotion. Still, he raises his glass and clinks with Alan's glass. To new beginnings. Take another swig of that. How do you like it? Really good. Never tasted anything like it. Don't expect me to tell you what's in it, though. Brad seems nervous again. He seems to be sweating. He looks toward the kitchen, where a light emits, but he can't see any activity, as if Joan isn't even in there. I really like your daughter, sir. Of course you do. Who wouldn't? I know she likes you too, Brad. And you know, we all like you too. We could tell you're special the moment you walk through our door, and we want you to be a part of our future too. Really? I mean, I'm honored. And the way you recited the prayer, we knew it was destiny. The God approves. For now, the goddess Selene rules the heavens. But in a few hours, the God will be reborn. And with it, thanks to you, a rebirth for our family as well. All this time, Brad seems to go into a trance. His vision blurs, and Alan's words seem to echo, becoming more indecipherable. Excuse me? I don't understand. Sleep. When you awaken, rebirth will be upon us. Brad passes out in his chair. Fade to black. Fade in. Interior underground chamber, early morning. Brad awakens to find himself in a dark chamber. A few candles light the perimeter. He tries to move, but he realizes his limbs are paralyzed. Alan, in white robes, stands with Sandra and Balin over him. They are humming what seem to be carols. What? Lilith leans into the light. She cradles Brad's head. Relax, my darling. It will be over soon. Look, there is Selene, benevolent goddess, shining down upon you. She lifts his head into a ray of light cast down through an aperture in the ceiling. The moon glows through it. A door opens. Now Joan appears in the light. Brad stares wide-eyed upon seeing her, naked, her skin covered in elaborate geometric patterns, reminiscent of some of the decor in the house. She smiles down on Brad. Mehipnos, Karanatid, Lemnos, Rapagni, Helios, Luna Cyclades. All, except paralyzed Brad, repeat. Mehipnos, Karanatid, Lemnos, Rapagni, Helios, Luna, Cyclades. Earth and heaven unite in eternal cycle. Selene departs, Helios reborn. Make his blood flow, great goddess. May this sacrifice redeem us. Joan lays upon Brad. Brad turns his head in his struggle to escape, and now he sees the skeletal human remains strewn on the chamber floor. He attempts to scream, but what little squeaks he makes are drowned out in continuous chanting. Joan opens Brad's shirt and draws symbolic figures upon his chest with a brush. After what seems like eternity, the chanting stops. In the meantime, the moonlight has faded, replaced by a growing golden glow of dawn. And the light touches Brad's face. He opens his eyes, vacant and shocked. His eyes catch the glint of a knife in the light of dawn, one of the knives laid out on the table earlier. He attempts one last time to scream as the knife comes down upon his throat. Alleluia, Dio Helios. Alleluia. Joan rises from the body to join her family. They hold hands and again start humming the carol. Exterior Freeland House, morning. The sun rises upon the horizon, greeting the first day of the new season. Interior dining room, morning. The food is finally laid out on the table, the centerpiece being some very suspicious-looking meat. Alan cuts into it with a ceremonial knife. He smiles at his family, now all clothed as normal and prim and proper, smiling at each other in harmony. Alan slices a piece and lays it onto Joan's plate. "Happy holiday, honey." "Happy holiday, sweetheart." "I do think this'll be a great new year, Mom." "You bet it will be, sweetie. All thanks to our dear Lilith." Joan lays a tender hand on Lilith's. "I'm just so glad it worked out, Mom. After all the other ones, I really love this time of year." "And you know what, sis? Next year, you can light the wishing candle." And they all laugh as they sit to their holiday meal, the carols taking on a haunting minor key as we again see a montage of the holiday decor. The holly and mistletoe, the lighted candles, the tree, some icons of moon and sun gods. And finally the sun, shining down in all its glory, Helios reborn. Fade out.